Good afternoon, people. Chris F.E. Jackson. Yeah. I came across this again on the BBC website, and here we have a penguin super colony spotted from space, or is it spotted from space? Yes, yes. So basically, they've spotted these penguins. Scientists have stumbled across a huge group of previously unknown Adelie penguins on the most northerly point of the Antarctic Peninsula. Now, I won't play the video because it's just it's a waste of time. I haven't looked at it. I've just come across this article, so I thought, well, let's jump on the fly and do another synopsis of what we're actually being shown. So let's think about this for a while, because they're saying that they've stumbled across this colony of penguins, and what I've seen down below, just very quickly, is quite funny. So, so let's think about it. Anybody that's ever watched the natural history programs regarding Mr. Attenborough or Sir Mr. Attenborough would have known of all the details of the Antarctic expeditions and the things they've done on the penguins and the polar bears, and and the diving, and regarding the Antarctic surveys, and yet they say they've stumbled across these penguins they had previously known nothing about on the Antarctic Peninsula, and it's taken pictures from space to realise that they are actually there. How long have they been in the Antarctic? Since the 50s, maybe beforehand, and now they've just stumbled across these penguins. How ridiculous does that sound? So really, where these penguins are, perhaps all the world terrorists should have hidden there, because they would never have been found, until now, from these so-called space pictures. But interestingly enough, what they do say is, to corroborate what they suspected they found, was they had to send up drones nearby. But let me just talk you through the rhetoric, because it really is I just find this comical. I do, and just what I do, because if I didn't find it comical, I'd be I'd either believe it, or it would just make me absolutely cheesed off. So here we go. Let's see. So the largest population of penguins found in Antarctic Peninsula. No reference here as to where this photograph was taken, or this video, but here we go. So, numbering more than 1.5 million birds, I wonder if that's an estimate, they were first noticed when great patches of their poo, or guano, showed up in pictures taken from space. So, not only are the pictures that they take from space, poo, but they actually have confirmed that they are taking pictures of poo. So there we are. It showed up in space, people. How amazing is that? Simple and amazing. The animals are crammed onto a rocky archipelago called the Danger Islands. The researchers who detail the discovery in the journal Scientific Reports say it is a total surprise. Yes. And as they quote, "It's a classic case of finding something where no one really looked. The Danger Islands are hard to reach, so people didn't really try that hard." The team member, Dr. Tom Hart from Oxford University, UK, told BBC News. So, the Danger Islands. Oh no, it's so hard to get to. We won't bother with that, no. King penguins face warming challenge. Counting South Georgia's fails. Poo sediments record penguin Pompeii. You can't make this stuff up, can you? And look, we have a picture. Now this is so funny. Now remember, 1.5 million penguins. What's this? Look, what's this picture here? I think I can count all those penguins in a matter of minutes. Look, we have those for the globe Earth and those against it. I wonder what these two factions of penguins are. A and B team, perhaps. I don't know. But, different... Obviously, these people don't want to talk to these penguins. Sorry, not people. Penguins. Don't mean to humanise penguins. But this could be anything, couldn't it? It could be cows. It could be, I don't know. It says it's a drone Drone pictures were one of the most efficient means of counting. Right, so you're counting with a drone. Right. Wow, I could count. Are these individual penguins, or are they what? I don't know what they are. Anyway, the scientists used an algorithm to search images from the American Landsat spacecraft for signs of possible penguin activity. What are they doing? Well, I thought they were looking for poo. I thought they found poo. You can't tell what the penguins do. Oh, perhaps the penguins are pooing. Pooing penguins. There we are. Landsat does not return especially high-resolution pictures, and so when the system flagged potential colonies, they had to be followed up with much sharper pictures for confirmation. So, confirming what we've already suspected, that is penguin guano. And the sheer size of what we were looking at took our breath away, said Dr. Heather Lynch from Stony Brook University, New York. So we've got Oxford and talking with New York, hands across the sea and everything. So okay. We thought, wow, if what we're seeing is true, these are going to be some of the largest Adelie penguin colonies in the world, and it's going to be well worth our while sending in an expedition to count them properly. Now, question is, why do you need to count them all properly? Why can't you just see, oh look, there's a colony of penguins. Does it matter how many they actually are? Just by the sheer scale of the size of the colony, half of them are going to be in the sea, perhaps, or a third, or whatever. Some of them are going to be on land. Depending on the season, the females might be out feeding. Who knows the size of them? And when you bear in mind the one of the famous natural history programs that David Asman regarding the penguins during the winter months, you would have thought they may have stumbled across these penguins beforehand. But no, this is a total surprise. Is to me too. So here we go. Look at this, a drone with two chaps. The drone flew grid lines over the penguin nests. Yes, look at that drone, it's Antarctica. Yes, oh look, some little penguins in the background. Did you count them? Have you counted them already? I think he's got his control there for the drone. Good job if you can get it right. But, as the name implies, the Danger Islands are notoriously difficult to reach. What about going on a ship with a helicopter attached? You'd be able to get to it then, wouldn't you? You could use the helicopter, perhaps, to fly over, take pictures, and count the number of penguins from the pictures. That would save a lot of time and money, perhaps. Even in the austral summer, the ocean surrounding the archipelago is filled with the kind of thick sea ice that ships try to avoid. Oh, I see. So I should have read that, sorry. Ships try to avoid that sea ice, yes. These special Antarctic ships that are designed for breaking ice. They want to avoid the sea ice. However, in December 2015, the team did manage to get on the ground to begin its count. Oh, right, so it's a few years old then. This isn't news. This is something that's been out there for a while. Oh, look at this. Full stop. And, oh, dear BBC, you do not put a full and after a full stop. And one of the most effective techniques was to deploy drones, which flew above the birds to make large mosaics of their nesting sites. Okay, so the picture before was a mosaic of the nesting sites, not necessarily the actual penguins themselves. You should have made that quite clear in the above picture. But there's still two factions involved, isn't there? The drone lets you fly in a grid over the island, taking pictures once per second. You can then stitch them together into a huge collage that shows the entire landmass in 2D and 3D, explained Professor Hanumant Singh from Northeastern University. Hanumant Singh from Northeastern University. Northern Eastern University where? India? Oh, right, so we've got India involved as well. Yes, lovely. They're all in on it. Oh, look at this lovely picture. T. Hart from Oxford. There you go, mate. Yeah, one for the album. Oh, look. How many's there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not enough time for that. These are dangerous waters, hence the name of the islands. Well, you managed to get on there, didn't you? Yes. Look at the sea ice. That's very dangerous, isn't it? Wow. Yeah. Once again, trained software was called upon to do the actual counting. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Now you're using software to count. Right, okay. And the algorithms, yes. The survey revealed that the Danger Islands host in total 751,527 pairs of Adelie penguins, including the third and fourth largest colonies in the world. That's very, very accurate. I'm really impressed with this software and from the pictures counting the penguins. However many were in the sea at any given time is open to question. So plus or minus what? Don't know. The result is of a major significance because it would appear the archipelago has somehow avoided the recent Adelie declines documented elsewhere on the peninsula, particularly on its western side. So what you're talking about is that this isn't a total surprise then, because you've obviously counted these before. But you said this is a major significance because it would appear that these Adelies have avoided, so you've found other Adelie penguins, so why didn't you come across these when you came across the ones previously? I don't know. Scientists suspect, they don't know, they suspect, that decline has something to do with the reductions in sea ice. Reductions in sea ice. Well, if there's reductions in sea ice, then surely the Danger Islands should be more accessible, right? Which is an important habitat for krill, the small crustaceans that form key part of the penguin diet. Yes. Oh, look. What a great photo. Mr. Herman. Sea ice is important to these birds because it is a recruitment habit for krill. A recruitment habit for krill. I've never heard of it that before. Dr. Hart commented, on the West Antarctic Peninsula, Adelie and chinstrap penguins are declining pretty fast, while Gentoo or Gentoo penguins are increasing. It's hard to know the causes. Clearly, climate change and reduction in ice and krill play a part. But a decline in sea ice also allows in shipping, fisheries in particular, which may exacerbate the problem. Or stop them going in there then. In the past, we've looked at this on the West Antarctic Peninsula versus places like Elephant Island, further to the north. Finally, getting into the Danger Islands and counting the penguins shows how robust populations are where the ice is intact. I feel this is going somewhere, don't you? And, Dr. Lynch added, the other point worth making is that these islands are right in the mix of a couple of marine protected areas that are being proposed. Yes, that's important. Whether they'll be in or out, we don't know, but at least now the people making those decisions will understand how important this area is, she told the BBC News. Dr. Peter Fretwell from the British Antarctic Survey knows the team but was not involved in this study. He also uses satellite to identify and count animal groups. Well, if he uses satellites to identify and count animal groups, how come he wasn't involved in the study? Okay. Despite our modern technology advanced world, there are still remote corners that we know very little about. Usually because they're extremely difficult to get to, he said. But surely all these satellites and the ISS, and they can map the planet, surely. You've mapped Mars. And also all sorts of things. Remote corners? There should be no remote corner on the planet, if it's a planet, which is not. Modern satellites are fantastic tools for exploring and studying these hard-to-access places. I am sure that there are many other natural discoveries to be made using these eyes in the sky. More to come, people. There you go. This is crazy. Yes. We thought, wow. So I guess this photograph is of nests, not exactly but there's no penguins around here. They've also gone into the sea for their dinner or their lunch. Honestly. Shall I play the video? I haven't watched it. Could play it. Let's play it. Long thought to be in decline. Ooh, it's a bit loud, isn't it? Turn it down. Turn the volume down a bit. Oh, here are the dinosaurs. Right. Oh look, they've highlighted the guano. It's radioactive. Not anymore, it's not. Oh. Oh no, it's alive, it's okay. Yes. Yes, we should protect these. Oh, look at the sun there. Ah, there you go, people. Okay, more scientific of the rhetoric from the natural world and how they're using modern satellites to count tiny little black specks and using drones. Actually, they can't use the satellites, they're using drones to take pictures, stitch them together to actually use software to actually make a count. So there you are, 1.5 million they suspected. And bear in mind, as they said, these were a total surprise. They didn't know they'd existed in 50, 60 years of being down in that area. So there you go. Okay, people, thanks for watching. Bye bye.